Hello students. Today we will learn how can we solve linear programming problem by using graphical method. Okay. So if only two decision variables are given in a linear programming problem, then we can solve that problem by using graphical method. So the first problem that we're going to solve is written in front of you. So I'm going to read the problem for you. So first of all, we are going to convert this problem into the standard LPP, and then we are going to find out the solution of that standard LPP by using graphical method. So the problem is a firm manufactures two product A and product B, on which the profit earned per unit are rupees 3 and rupees 4 respectively. Each product is produced processed on two machines, machine M1 and machine M2. Product A requires 1 minute of processing time on machine M1 and 2 minutes on M2, while B requires 1 minute on M1 and 1 minute of M2. Machine M1 is available for not more than 7 hours 30 minutes, while machine M2 is available for 10 hours during any working day. So find out the number of units of product A and product B to be manufactured to get maximum profit. Okay, so this LPP is given. So first of all, if we want to solve it by using graphical method, we have to convert it into the standard LPP. And for converting any problem into the standard LPP, first of all, we have to find out the decision variables. Okay, so decision variables are the variables whose value we have to find out. Okay, so while looking at this problem, what do we have to find out? The number of units of product A and product B. Okay, so in this case, uh, so let us assume that x1 is equals to, this is going to be our decision variables. So we're going to assume that x1 is the number of units of product A, and x2 is going to be equals to number of units of product B. Okay, so if we want to convert this problem into the standard LPP, so after finding decision variables, now we have to write down all the data that is given to us. Okay, that is going to help us to formulate this as the standard LPP. Okay, so here we have given two machines, machine M1 and machine M2. Okay, and two products we have given, product A and product B. Okay, so product A takes how much time on machine A? Product A takes how much time on machine M1? It is given machine A requires 1 minute of processing time on M1 and 2 minutes on M2. So this product requires 1 unit of time on A, machine M1, and 2 units of time on machine M2, while B requires 1 minute on M1 and 1 minute on M2. So this require 1 minute on M1, 1 minute on M2, and the total time that is available on machine M1 is 7.5, and the time that is available on M2 is 10 hours. Okay, and remember this is given in hours and this is also given in hours, and this time this is in minutes. Okay, so this is in minutes. So this is going to be our constraints. Okay, so the total available time on the machine M1 is 7.5 hours and total available time on the machine M2 is 10 hours. Okay, so we're going to formulate it. Okay, since we are going to produce x1 number of units of product A and x2 number of units of product B in order to maximize our profit. Okay, so first of all we have to find out the profit. Okay, so profit is going to be since we are producing x1 amount of product A and by selling 1 unit of product A we are earning how much profit? 3 units of the profit. Okay, so 3x1 is the profit that we can earn by selling x1 unit of product A. Similarly, since we are going to produce x2 unit of product B and by selling 1 unit of product B, we are making how much profit? 4. So the total profit is 3x1 plus 4x2. Okay, and our objective is to maximize it. Okay, our objective is to maximize it. So this is going to be maximize Z is going to be our objective, and which is 3x1 plus 4x2 that need to be maximized and subject to the constraint okay. So the constraints are the time on the machine M1 and the time on the machine M2. Okay, so how much time the x1 and x2 will take on the machine M1, since product A takes only 1 minute and we are producing how many products of A type? X1. So 1 into x1 is the time taken by x1 product on x1 unit of product A on machine M1. Similarly, we are producing x2 units of product B and one product takes 1 minute on the machine M1. So this is the total time taken by x1 and x2 on machine M1 and total available time is 7.5 hours. Okay, so this total time should be less than or equals to 7.5 multiplied by 60. Okay, so this is going to be x1 plus x2 less than equals to this is going to be 0 450 minutes. Okay, similarly next constraint is total available time on the machine M2, which is 10 hours. So product A requires 2 unit 2 minutes of the time on machine M2, and in total we are producing x1 unit. Okay, so this is the time taken by all the units of type A on the machine M2. Similarly, some time will be taken by x2 unit of product B. Okay, and 1 unit of product we take 1 unit of product we takes 1 minute, and in total we are producing x2 units. So this should be less than equals to 10 hours. So 10 hours is going to be equals to 600 minutes. Okay, and this is x1 comma x2 greater than equals to 0. So this is going to be our LPP. So let me write it here so that you can understand it. So our objective is maximize Z equals to 3x1 plus 4x2 subject to the constraint. The first constraint is x1 plus x2 less than equals to 450, and the second constraint is 2x1 plus x2 less than equals to 600. Okay, so now we are going to solve this LPP by using graphical method. Okay, and here we have to write down the non-negativity constraint as well. Okay, so now we are going to solve this by using graphical method. Okay, so for solving it by using graphical method, okay, so since we are going to solve it by using graphical method, so first of all we have to put the axis here. Okay, so go to the insert and we're gonna place the axis. So these are the axes, so we're gonna place these axes here. Okay, so on these axes we are going to plot our constraint. So the first constraint is x1 plus x2 less than equals to 450. Okay, so this is x1 plus x2 less than equals to 450. Okay, so how to plot this constraint? So if you remember the equation of line, so equation of line is x upon a plus y upon b is equals to 1. If you remember this equation of line, so what is a? A is the length of the intercept on x-axis and b is the length of the intercept on y-axis. Okay, so that means if you want to plot this line, what you need to do here, you have to find out point a comma 0, and on y-axis you have to find out a point 0 comma b. Okay, and join these 2 points by using a line. So this is the equation, this is the line whose equation is x upon a plus y upon b equals to 1. Okay, so let me remove this thing and and let me write the first constraint again. So this is x1 plus x2 less than equals to 450. So now forget about this less than equality sign. So we'll consider this as x1 plus x2 equals to 450 and convert this into the standard equation, standard line equation. So it will become x1 upon 450 plus x2 upon 450 equals to 1. So it means the intercept on x-axis is 450 and the length of the intercept on y-axis is 450 again. So let us assume that one of the box of this is equals to 50 points. So this is 50, this is 100 again here. So we can write here 100. So here again 150, and this is going to be, let us assume that this is 200, here 300, and let us assume that here is 400, here 500, and here 600. Okay, similarly on this axis assume that here this is 100, assume that here it is 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. Okay, so to plot this line you have to find out the 450 on x-axis and 450 on the y-axis. So 450 will be somewhere here, okay, and on y-axis 450 will be somewhere here. So we're gonna join these 2 points with the help of a line. So this is 450 and this is 450. Okay, so these 2 points are joined with the help of the line. Okay, now we're going to write down the second constraint and convert that into a line, and we're going to plot that line again on x-axis and y-axis. But before plotting it, let me again tell you about constraint x1 plus x2 less than equals to 450, because here this line, okay, so this line represent x1 plus x2 equals to 450, but our actual constraint is x1 plus x2 less than equals to 450. It means, what does it means? Okay, so this line represents okay, let me write the equation here, x1 plus x2 equals to 450. It means if you pick any point on this line, okay, so that point is going to satisfy this equation. Okay, x1 plus x2 plus equals to 450, any point. Okay, but our constraint is x1 plus x2 less than equals to 450. Okay, so it means we have to consider the value of x1 and x2 whose sum is going to be less than or equals to 450. It means all the points below this line will satisfy the constraint, including this line. Okay, okay, so all the points below this line are going to satisfy our constraint. Okay, so let me remove this thing for the clear understanding. and let me plot this once again for the better understanding. So initially we're gonna insert axis. So these are the axes. Okay. So for the first line, since the intercept on x-axis is 450 and intercept on y-axis again 450, so let us again find out the point 450. Let us say this is 100, this is 200, 300, 400, 500. Similarly here, let us say this is 100, this is 200, this is 300, 400, 500. So 450 will lie somewhere here, and similarly 450 will lie somewhere here. So we're going to join these 2 points with the help of a line. Okay. So this is our first constraint. Okay. And remember, as I told you, all the points below this line will satisfy the constraint. Okay. Now let us plot the second constraint. So second constraint is 2x1 plus x2 less than equals to 600. Okay. So again, forget about this less than equality sign and convert this constraint into a standard line of equation. So this is going to be x1 300 plus x2 600 equals to 1. Okay. So it means the length of the intercept on x-axis is 300 and the length of the intercept on y-axis is 600. So already we have plotted the points up to the 500. So let us say this is the place for 600. Okay. So now, and 300 is here. So now we're going to join these 2 points, this point and this point, with the help of a line. So this is the line and we're going to join these 2 points. Okay, so this is our constraint, this is our first constraint and this is our second constraint. Okay, and remember again, in this constraint, this is the line, this is equation of line, but our original constraint is this 2x1 plus x2 less than equals to 600, less than equals to. So again, all the points below this line, okay, all the points below this line will satisfy the constraint. Okay, and according to the LPP we have to pick the points those satisfies constraint number 1 as well as constraint number 2. Okay, so it means we have to find out the common area or the common region. Okay, so the common region of these 2 constraints is going to be So the common region. So common region is going to be this thing. Okay, so this is the common region. So let me plot once again. So again, let me plot this boundary clearly so that we can find out the points. Okay. So this is the boundary of the common region. Okay. So after finding the boundary of the common region, so this region contains infinitely many points, and each point of this common region is going to satisfy all the constraint. But remember, what is our objective? Our objective is to maximize the value of the objective. Our objective is to maximize the value of the objective. But here in this common region, there are infinitely many points. Those gonna satisfies all the constraint. So out of those infinitely many points, we have to, select the points whose those are going to give the maximum value of the objective functions. So again, let me repeat. Out of infinitely many solutions, we have to pick a solution or a point that gives us maximum value of the objective function. Okay, so how are we going to find out? For each and every point, we're going to take each and every point, put the value of x1 and x2 in the objective function, calculate the objective function, and then do the comparison with rest of the point. That is how we're going to select the maximum value. But again, this process is lengthy and the tedious, because here infinitely many points, that means it is going to take infinitely many points. Okay, so how can we reduce that time? So according to one algorithm, the optimal point, whether it's minimum or maximum, optimum value of the objective function, optimal value of the objective function, optimal value of the objective function can be found on the boundary or the corners of the common region. So this is our common region, okay, and the corners are this 0, 0, okay, and second corner is this 300, 0. The corner value of this is 0, 450, okay, and this is the intersection point of two lines, okay. So this value we have to find out by solving two equations. Two equations are x1 plus x2 equals to 450 and 2x1 plus x2 equals to 600, okay. We can subtract two values, so this will cancel out. So minus x1 equals to minus 150, okay. So minus minus plus, so value of x1 is 150, and we can put this value x1 equals to 150 in this equation, and from here we can find out x2 equals to 300, okay. So this is going to be 150, 300, this point, okay. So now we have to find out the value of the objective function at each and every corner point, and we'll select the point who's going to give us the maximum value of the objective, okay. So let me plot table here. So our objective z is equals to 3x1 plus 4x2, and here we're going to write points, okay. So the first point that we're going to consider is 0, 0, So put the value of x1 equals to 0 and x2 equals to 0. So z value is going to be 0. So next point is 300, 0. So put the value x1 equals to 300 and x2 equals to 0 here. We're going to get z is equals to how much? 900. Next point is 0, 450. Put the value x1 equals to 0 here and x2 equals to 450 here. So z is going to be how much? 1800. And the last point is 150, 300. Okay. So at this point, value of objective function is going to be, put x1 equals to 150 here. So this is going to be 450 plus 4 multiplied by 300, which is going to be 1200 plus 450. So it is going to be 1650. Okay, and our objective is to find out the maximum value. So maximum value is here is 450. So it means the solution of our problem is x1 is equals to 0, x2 is equals to 450 and z is going to be 1800. So this is the solution of our first graphical problem.